Momentum. What is it? How does it play in the way we connect with other people? And how can we best utilize it to have a greater quality of life? So, what is it? What is momentum? If you've ever experienced a day off, let's say Saturday, you wake up, you have a cup of coffee, and you decide to go to the gym. You do a little workout, you feel the blood circulating your body and your brain, and you have this euphoric feeling afterwards. You feel good. It's a great start to your morning. You later on get a call from a friend who tells you everyone's getting together. We don't know what we're doing, but we have an anticipation, we have a need to explore, to have fun, and to be honest, be reckless. And you agree. It's time. And so you make plans to gather up, and from the get-go, you're making fun of each other, you're having laughs, you're enjoying each other's company, and it leads to a wonderful day where nothing is really taken seriously. And it's just about enjoying life. It leads on to the night. You go out to a party, a bar, or any social event, and you meet other people. You interact with people that might be potential business partners, other friends, and possibly a potential romantic partner. And you're kind of in a groove. You're just feeling good from the workout earlier, from hanging out and having a good old time with your friends. And you just feel like you're on the top of the world. And it leads to a great night. We don't remember what happens at the end, but it's a great night, if you know what I mean. This is momentum. This euphoric feeling, this starts and this beginning and end, this storyline that we experience in a day that feels so magical, feels so great, and we don't really know how to explain it. Momentum is moved by the state of mind that we experience. It is the emotional, the analytical, it is the spiritual accumulation and intensification of our experience, of our being. We're stimulated not only by external variables, a good breakfast, a good workout, hanging out with friends and laughing, but internally, you're not worried about what's going to happen. There is zero expectation. You don't have work, you don't have the obligation. You get the euphoric feeling of blood circulating your body. You're in the company of people you trust. And nothing is really taken seriously. Now, when it comes to the way we connect with people, we usually tend to be attracted. We tend to seek out things that have a higher momentum to it, has a higher state of being, a greater flow to it, because it's such a great feeling. So, if we are beings that experience these emotions and are attracted to those that are just easygoing, like water, how can we best utilize it in social situations, in our life in general, in order to have a greater quality in our time here on Earth? We have to realize that unique day of feeling good, of hanging out with your friends, isn't so unique. It can be brought about every day of your life. How do you do this, you might say? It's kind of hard, right? You're at work, you're either hunched over on the desk, or you're doing hard labor, or you're dealing with customers, and it's excruciating. It's emotionally and physically taxing. So how can we build this momentum? By doing subtle things, by making sure we take care of ourselves physically, with nutrition, with fitness, with meditation, experiencing the blood flow, by doing breathing techniques, by experiencing blood flow not only in our bodies but in our brain, so that we, provide the proper foundation for the day to come. So, working out in the morning, eating a good breakfast, staying away from all that junk. Then I would encourage you to be open minded to the day that comes. If you're working and you want to be able to come out clean by the end of the day, be open minded to the tasks you have. Leave criticism, leave expectations at the door, and be fully engaged with the work at hand. And always challenge yourself. If you have a job that's monotonous and doesn't really fulfill you, I would encourage you to find different ways of stimulating your body, stimulating your mind, so that you're constantly in a state of upward momentum. If we're sitting down, we're eating couch potatoes, right? And we're thinking about today's problems, we're going to go in a downward spiral. We're going to go on a downward projection to a downward momentum. And our flow state is killed. So, be aware, be open-minded, and find things that are stimulating. And the way it carries over to the way you interact with people on a day-to-day basis. You might be taking your lunch break or going back home to work, you're taking the bus, or you decide to go to the bar on a Tuesday night, just have a quick drink, and you meet someone. Now, if you have that downward momentum already built in you, you're not going to want to engage. You're not going to be captivating. You're not going to be attempting to put yourself out there because you're already drained. But if you feel stimulated, if you're kind of like putting yourself in a good mood the whole time, on a work day, you go out on a Tuesday night, you meet someone, and you're ready to interact. You're ready to make things happen because it's fun. You've worked the system. Now, there's other things that take into play when it comes to momentum and the way that you think, the way you process external and internal inputs and outputs. But ultimately, understand that throughout the day, the events that occur and the way you interpret it and the way you engage with it will determine the outcome at the end. If you're interested in understanding more about this, leave a comment. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. And let's start a conversation as to how we can better our days and how we can be more connected with life in general. And as always, peace out.